So today I filmed this look that I'm wearing right now. It is a very glowy and bronzy look. I'm really digging this highlight. I haven't worn it before until today, but I'm really loving it, and I hope you all love it too. So if you want to see how I got this very glowy and bronzy look, then just keep on watching. To start off this look, I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyelids using the Maybelline Dark Circle Eraser in the shade Honey. And I'm just going to go ahead and apply it all over my eyelids straight from the sponge. And then once that's done, I'm just going to go ahead and blend it out using my fingers. I went ahead and did my eyebrows off camera, and then so I could let my concealer set on my eyelids, and I came back and I blended out anything that creased on my lids. I do this because I think it helps prevent my eyeshadows from creasing once I do apply them. And then I went ahead and set the concealer using the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder in the shade Transparent using a brush from the BH Cosmetics Sculpt and Blend 2 set. Then I go in with the Carli Bybel palette, and I'm using a sort of cool brown shade, and it's the one on the middle shade on the top. And I went ahead and I used that all in my crease. It didn't really do much, so you can go ahead and skip this step if you want to. I was trying to use it as a transition shade, but I didn't really like the way it looked. And so I'm just going ahead and blending that out, and I just do that on both of my eyelids. Now, since that one wasn't a very sufficient crease shade, I went ahead and went into this palette by BH Cosmetics, and I went into the warm brown shade on the second row, the second to the last warm brown shade, and I went ahead and focused that more on my outer corner, and then I sort of brought it in to my crease a bit. So I'm just going to try to use this one also as a transition shade as well. And I'm just going ahead and blending it using circular motions, and when I'm bringing it up, I kind of just do a windshield wiper motion. And I'm not completely bringing it into the crease because I did apply the other one. And so now I'm just taking another dense blending brush from BH Cosmetics, and I'm sort of applying that to the inner corners of my eyes to sort of create a halo eye effect. And then I also bring that in just a little bit. Then I go ahead and go in with that same palette, and I'm grabbing the gold shade all the way, the first one on the second row, and I'm just using a flat brush, and I'm applying that basically all over my eyelid, like all over the center of my eyelids. I'm just really packing it on. It's a really, really pretty golden bronzy shade, and I think it just went so well with this look. Once I did that, I'm going to go ahead and start on the face, and I'm priming it first just in my T-zone because that's where I get the most oily, and I'm using the Rimmel Stay Matte Primer, and like I said, I'm just applying it to my T-zone, mostly my nose because that's where I get oily the most, and my chin, and then I'm just applying that all over my T-zone using my hands. Then I go ahead and go in with the NYX BB Cream, the beauty balm, and I think it's in the shade Golden, And I'm using my Real Techniques sponge, and I'm just first dotting that all over my face with my finger, because I just put it on the back of my hand and dotted all over my face with my finger, and I'm just going ahead and blending it with my Real Techniques sponge. And this beauty balm is very, very sheer, so it's really buildable, so you don't have to ever worry about going overboard with it. Then I'm using my Maybelline Fit Me concealer in this shade 20 Sand. And I'm just going under my eyes to sort of brighten it and conceal, because I have pretty bad dark under eye circles. Kind of just runs in the family. And I also don't sleep enough. So I'm just going ahead and going in that kind of triangular shape. And I don't apply too much. I mean, some people might think it's a little bit much, but I don't think it's a lot. And then once again, I'm going to go ahead with that Real Technique sponge. And I'm just going to blend everything out. And when I'm doing this, people apply it like in the forehead and the nose and the chin area to sort of balance it out on the whole face. But what I do is whenever I'm done under the eye, under my first eye, I go along my nose, and whatever's excess there, I just use that to go along my nose and my forehead and my chin. So that way it doesn't look too bright and too cakey around the rest of my face. I forgot to record a clip of this, but I'm using the Wet n Wild Coverall powder in the shade Tan 827B, and I'm just setting my face. Now I'm just setting it at first on the bottom part and on my forehead. And the reason I'm doing this is because I'm going to go back in with the Beauty Blender, and I'm going to try to blend out anything that creased while my concealer was setting on the under eye. So I'm just like sort of pulling down my under eye and then just blending it out with my crease. And I'm blending it out where I touched it as well to make sure there's no fingerprints. And then I just go ahead and go in with that same powder and that same brush, the Wet n Wild fluffy brush, and I'm just setting my under eyes as well. Next, I'm going in with this BH Cosmetics Forever Nude palette, and I'm going in with the dark brown shade on the right. And I'm just going to very, very lightly contour, and the brush I'm using is from BH Cosmetics, that same Sculpt and Blend 2 set. It's a sort of sort of fluffy and a little bit more dense and thick blending brush. And I'm just lining my cheeks and I'm blending it out just a little bit. Then I go ahead and go in with another brush from BH Cosmetics, and this is from the first Sculpt and Blend set. It's a flat top angled brush, and I'm just blending my contour out. Then I'm going ahead and going in that same palette and with that same color as well. And I'm just going to go ahead and lightly contour my nose, because my nose, on the bridge of my nose, it kind of has a shape that looks like I broke my nose or something. A lot of people always ask me if I've broken my nose, but it's not like that. It's always been like that naturally. And the brush I'm using is, once again, from BH Cosmetics. Pretty much all my brushes are from BH Cosmetics, Wet n Wild, or e.l.f. And this brush is from the first Sculpt and Blend set as well, and it's a small angled brush. And then I'm going ahead and blending it with that brush that I used to contour my cheeks. I just made sure there was no excess on there. I just wiped it like on a tissue, and I went ahead and blended it out. And I messed up a little bit on that side, and so I went ahead and fixed it and then just blended it out once again. And then once again with this same palette, I'm using the middle brown shade, and I'm going ahead and bronzing. The brush I'm using is once again from BH Cosmetics, and it is I can't remember the set, but it's like an eco set, and it's just a fluffy angled brush. And the way I'm doing it is I kind of just pack it on a little bit, like brush strokes, like paint strokes basically, and then I go ahead and blend it out. And I start at the sort of right below the apples of my cheeks, and I bring it back just to blend it in with my contour. And then I just go ahead and do that to the other side of my face, and then I go ahead and bronze the rest of my face. So I go ahead and do that on the top of my forehead and also on my jawbone, and I also bring it down to my neck a little bit. Then I'm going in with this blush palette from BH Cosmetics, and I'm going in on the shade all the way to the right on the bottom. It's a sort of corally pinkish brownish shade, and I'm just starting at my cheekbones, and I just kind of pack it on and once again bring it back, and then I just blend it out with my contour. With my bronzer. Then to blend it all together, I'm using a fluffy angled brush. It's a lot more dense, and it's from the BH Cosmetics First Sculpt and Blend set, and I just blend everything together. Then for highlight, I'm using this Carli Bybel palette, and I'm using the second highlight shade, the shade that's all the way on the bottom, the second highlight shade from the right, and I'm using the e.l.f. Flawless concealer brush. I'm just packing it on at first. I just tap it like a line and sort of blend it out just a little bit. And I just do that on both sides. And then once I do that, I go ahead and use another fluffy angled brush from BH, and I'm just blending it all in together. And then I made a face because Jason Mraz was playing on my Rihanna Pandora station, and I was kind of weirded out. And then once again, I'm just packing on the highlight a little bit more just to make it more intense. And I really like this highlight. Like I said, it was the first time I've ever used it, and it was really, really, really popping. So I really like it. And then I just went ahead and blended it out some more. And then once that's done, I'm just using that Flawless concealer brush from e.l.f. again, and I'm highlighting on my nose and pretty much the rest of my face. And as you can see, like I said, I like the highlight. So I highlight above my eyebrow bones, not my eyebrow bones, but like above my eyebrows. And then I blend it out again, blend everything out again using that angled brush from BH. And I blend out my nose highlight just using my finger, and then I just add a little bit more to the bridge of my nose. Then blending everything out because there's never too much blend. For my lower lash line, I'm just using this palette once again with that warm brown shade, and I'm just using a pencil brush from BH Cosmetics, and I'm just applying that all over my lower lash line. I'm pretty much bringing it all the way in. I stop like right before the tear duct basically, and then I just go ahead and do that on both sides. And then to connect it to the top, it looked a little bit disconnected, so I got that dense fluffy brush, and I just got that warm brown shade once again, and I just applied it a little bit more to the outer corners and kind of buffed it out and connected it sort of to that lower lash line. And then for my inner corner highlight and brow bone highlight, I'm using this bronzer that isn't really a bronzer from Wet n Wild, and it's in the shade Reserve Your Cabana. And I'm just using a brush from BH Cosmetics. I believe it's a lip brush. It's like a small flat round brush, and I'm just applying that to my inner corners and to my brow bones as well. And I really, really like that shade. It gives a really subtle glow even when I'm just using it as my face highlight. After that, I'm going to go ahead and apply my mascara using the L'Oreal Voluminous Butterfly. I believe it's from L'Oreal. And I got this mascara a while back, and it is pretty freaking amazing. Whenever I don't wear any makeup, like at least minimal makeup, I just use this mascara and do my eyebrows and a lipstick, and that's it. And I really, really like this mascara. It's very elongating and sort of volumizing as well. It's really, really nice. Then for my lips, I use the Wet n Wild, I believe it's the MegaLast in the shade Bare It All 902C. And it's a little more pink, and since I'm going for a bronzy look, I went ahead and added the ColourPop Ultra Glossy Lip in the shade Weho. I believe that's how it's pronounced. And I know it was out of frame, but you can see once I apply the lip gloss. Then to finish off the look, I'm setting my face using the Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. Everybody has this, and it's for a good reason. This stuff makes your makeup last all day. And that is it, guys. I hope you liked it. Alright, That was it for today. I hope you all enjoyed this tutorial on this very bronzy and glowy look. I really enjoyed doing it. If you did like it, please go ahead and thumbs up the video. Comment anything else you'd like to see. And if you like me, you can go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I'm pretty sure I'll be posting videos more often now that I'm starting to get a hang of it. And yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this tutorial, and I'll see y'all next time.